Hey, what's up winners? My name is Naam. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you some updates to the $300 or $400 a week unemployment benefits, some unemployment news, and I'll also do a Q&A towards the end of this video. So on my channel, I typically talk about personal finance, but as of late, I've been talking more about the stimulus information and also unemployment. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. I try my best to give you guys the most current and up-to-date information so you guys are not out of the loop. So as you guys may know, many of the states have agreed to Trump's unemployment plan. So this program will allow individuals to collect $300 or $400 on top of their state unemployment benefits. But the only way that you can receive the full $400 if the states agree to put in the additional $100. If not, then you will only receive a flat rate of $300. So far, there's been more and more states that have agreed to this plan. I believe there's about 20 something states as of right now. So I'll post a link in the description below of the Lost Wages Assistance Program tracker, and I'll also place it right here so you guys can check it out for yourself. So whenever you guys go onto this website, you guys can see whether or not your state has applied for this program. You guys can see which states have paid individuals already or have payments pending. You can also see which state has also declined this program. I know that recently I said that South Dakota and Mississippi turned down the extra boost to unemployment benefits, but as of Thursday, the governor of Mississippi said that he will intend to apply for this program. So if you do decide to use this website, just use this as an additional source, but always double check with Google and your state's unemployment official Twitter just to make sure that there is some official news about this. So as a disclaimer, I'm not being paid to advertise this website. I just came across this tracker and I thought a lot of you guys can find this useful. I'm just trying to be transparent as I possibly can. Because me personally, I'd rather not make clickbaity or daily videos about this topic because there's really not that much new news about this aside from whether or not states agree to this program. So far, there has been some states that had officially announced that they will contribute the extra $100 for people who are on unemployment. So for individuals that live in Montana and West Virginia, they will be receiving the full $400 amount on top of their weekly benefits. So now let's talk more about retroactive pay. Most states will have their own directions of how they want to go about this. But the key factors with retroactive pay is when the eligibility of this program will kick in for that particular state. So for example, if your state does start paying out by August 1st, but the program ends on September 30th, so in between that time, if you are unemployed and eligible, you will receive retroactive pay for those dates. So let me say this again so we're all on the same page. So whenever your state does get approved for this program, from the first date of eligibility for your state, that's when you will get retroactive payments till. So now let's move on to my next point, eligibility. So I felt like I had to clarify this a little bit more because in Trump's order, he specifically said that as long as you're receiving a weekly benefit amount of more than $100, you will get the top off bonus. Meaning that if your weekly benefit amount is $99 or less, you will not be eligible for this program. While this does not disqualify you from unemployment altogether, but you will just not get the bonus. Alright, so now let's move on to unemployment news. So in the state of Oregon, they're giving away a $500, somewhat like a stimulus check to individuals who are unemployed and facing financial hardship. So if you live in the state of Oregon, Oregon has recently approved a $35 million program that will provide financial relief to Oregonians. I think I'm saying that right. So here are some current requirements. You have to live in the state of Oregon, prove your identity, earn less than $4,000 per month, and not current with your unemployment benefits, meaning that you have not received the retroactive payments that you're entitled to. So I'll post a link of the website in the description and also right here so you guys can check it out if you guys live in Oregon. So moving on to other news. Over 100 Democrats has written a letter to urge Nancy Pelosi, which is the Speaker of the House, to extend a $600 a week unemployment benefit. So in a nutshell, this is pretty similar to what Chuck Schumer and some other Democrats proposed a few months ago, which was called the Workers' Relief and Security Act. This would extend the extra $600 a week benefit all the way to January of 2021. And also the unemployment benefit amount would depend on the state's unemployment rate. So if a state has an unemployment rate of 7.5% or less, each individual on unemployment will receive $350. And the higher the state unemployment rate, the more money that the individual will receive from this benefit. This would also extend another 13 weeks once the president has declared a COVID-19 emergency to be over. And even when the COVID-19 emergency is over, you will still receive $200 to $300 per week until your state unemployment rate falls for 2 months straight and is below 5.5%. So how this program will dictate your state's unemployment rate is by taking the average of the last 3 months. So here's the signed letter right here, and I also posted a link to that letter in the description below. Alright, so now moving on to the Q&A portion of this video. So I want to talk more about PEUC, which is Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation, because I still have been receiving a lot of questions about this program. So this is a program that will give you 13 additional weeks to your state unemployment benefits. So for most states, you will not have to apply for this program because once your benefits has already been exhausted, you will automatically be enrolled. So meaning that you will not have to do anything. But me personally, I would try to take more of a proactive approach. So whenever you're nearing your expiration date or your claim balance is starting to get low, I would try to contact somebody from the offices, either through email, the phone, or web portal message, just to make sure that your transition into this program goes smoothly. So in addition to that, whenever you do get approved for this program, you will also be eligible for the extra $300 or $400 a week unemployment benefit if your state begins to roll it out. And also, if you are on PEUC, you would also receive retroactive payments. So now let's move on to the next question. Should I continue to file my claims or hold off until I know for sure if my state is going to be getting the extra unemployment benefit bonus? So for me personally, I would not recommend to hold off certifying your benefits, especially if you need the money. I would recommend that you continue to file your claims, so whenever your state does roll out this program, you will still get the retroactive payments that you're entitled to. I do kind of understand why some people may think this, because if you exhaust all of your benefits, including the 13-week extension, you will not be eligible for any sort of benefits, so in turn, you will not be eligible for this bonus. But if you were to go this route, there will be some sort of risk, because in a lot of states, if you miss your certification date, it's going to be very difficult to backfile. I'm not saying all states does this. Some states will allow you to do this, but it's just another hoop that you may have to jump through. Another added risk is that if you do not certify for those dates and your state does get approved for Trump's unemployment plan, since you did not certify for those dates, you will not receive retroactive payments for those missed dates. So before I go, if you guys want 2 free stocks, one free stock value up to $1,400, you guys can use my WEBULL link in the description below. And once you put in $100, you can get an additional free stock. Alright guys, so that pretty much does it for me. If you guys haven't already, make sure you give this video a like because that really helps support the channel. And if you guys want to hang out with me some more, check out my videos over here.